So, Tom, thanks for joining me. We're here at Pack Expo here in Chicago, Pack Expo 2014. It's Wednesday of the show. We've had a few days, or it's Tuesday. Sorry, I'm getting backtracked here. I've been here so long myself, but it's been a great show for us. Give me some information as to how the show has been for you guys. You know, have you broken any records? Have you set any new statistical goals that you reached any barriers that you wanted to reach? How has the show been for the Pack Expo PMMI crew?
Thanks for the opportunity, Andy. It is always fun to talk about Pack Expo. This year we have some great successes. The more than 2,400 exhibitors, and I think that I know it's a record. I think that really speaks to the strength of the packaging and processing supply chain right now, and the need for many different companies to make a decision to invest either in expanding their business or in upgrading some type of the facility. I've said to a couple of others that the importance, though, is that there may be 27 or 37 or 17 of those exhibitors that are specific to any attendee. The value of the 2,400 is that each attendee can make their choice about the exhibitors that they want to see, and with the breadth of exhibitors that we have here, they will find an opportunity for a solution. We have a number of events on the floor with regard to education. That's been a big move in what PMMI, the owner and organizer of Pack Expo, has done in the past few years. The innovation stage has just grown. If you've had a chance to see any of them, these are on-floor education. It's promoted to all of the attendees. Come in and join whichever session you'd like to do. You're looking at more than 50, 55 or 57 sessions here at Pack Expo, another 12 over at Pharma Expo. It's a great piece. And I would be remiss in not mentioning Pharma Expo. First time that Pack Expo has co-located with that. An opportunity to bring together the pharma companies and have them look at some of the needs that they have, such as serialization, and bring that with a solution set or possibilities for them right at home in one location. We have lots of other solutions on the floor. You as the attendee get to make a choice about which ones can most benefit you.
Perfect. So as part of this series that we do, you know, the last time you did the column and last quarter and the podcast, we talked a lot about robotics and automation in the meat and poultry industry and how it's, and I've seen it out on the floor with some of the folks I've visited. You know, the meat and poultry industry is starting to incorporate some of that.
Yes.
We talked about that already, though, so we won't talk about that now. We know that it's out there. We know that Pack Expo features that. What are one or two other kind of, I guess, overarching topics or trends that you're seeing, maybe not necessarily in the product space, but maybe through some of the learnings you've seen in the seminars and whatnot, the education piece? What are the one or two things that are standing out to you that maybe someone who attended here will walk away and say, oh yeah, that Pack Expo was all about this?
I think that's a great question, especially related to the opportunity to have those aha moments. Yeah. So we're going to talk about what you're focusing on in the meat and poultry industry, and yet recognize that there could be another group of solution suppliers that are here exhibiting with a pharma solution or exhibiting with a beverage solution.
Yeah.
We have done some interviewing and studies, and one of the parts that attendees tell us about is the takeaway is that aha moment, the serendipity moment. I went through the 27 exhibitors that I said I was going to visit, but you know what? I'm going to spend a little bit of time to walk down a couple of aisles to maybe visit an exhibitor that I heard their name, not sure whether or not they could help me. That aha or that serendipity moment is the strength of bringing together solution sets from across all of the market segments. So you have your particular market segment, now look outside that envelope and say, well, what is this company doing here? What are they exhibiting? Let me learn a little bit more about that. I'm not saying that it directly applies. I saw one yesterday that had a label in the pharma industry that allowed shrinking to show a tamper evidence at the top of the cap. It's a label. It's got some shrink properties. The label still looks good. let's see, is there an applicability outside of something that you might be doing in the pharmaceutical area where that capability to shrink a portion of it and still have a very clear label could be used somewhere else? I think that's a big element, the serendipity. I think with some of the parts that we're doing in the meat and poultry, you're looking at, I keep referring to it as incremental improvements. That is not a light term.
Yeah.
The opportunity for an incremental improvement means that I'm doing well in my business. What can I do to do better? Maybe it's an increase in speed. Maybe it's a controls architecture that allows me to capture more information about the performance of my line. Maybe it's leak testing. Maybe it's introducing a reclosable package for Lunchables, for example. In any of those aspects, it's not that I'm going to suddenly open up an area that no one has ever done before.
Right.
It's rather the opportunity to say, here's something that can help me in my business. It's incremental. Incremental is good. Let me see how this can improve what I'm already doing successfully. We always have the safety issues, and we want to always remember that packaging and processing are working together to get a saleable product to the consumer at their intended point of use, whether it be the home or at their desk or in the office or with a party, whatever it happens to be. When it's a safe and complete package and it provides the consumer with the opportunity to bring that to their intended use, we have a win in the marketplace.
Perfect. So we've got a big year coming up in 2015 for Pack Expo East, the brand new shows coming up. Pack Expo West, Vegas is later in the year. Where can they go to get the information? Is it Pack Expo International or is it Pack Expo East, the website? Do you happen to know off the top of your head? I'm putting you on the spot a little bit.
It's okay. So I appreciate you bringing up about Pack Expo East. New show for PMMI. It'll be February 16th to 18th at the Philadelphia Convention Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The part that's important there is that PMMI does a very good job always checking with exhibitors and with attendees regarding the needs or improvements we can make in our shows. We did some research with the exhibitors and with the attendees. They gave back the information and said PMMI could help us by locating a show on the East Coast. So we're launching one. Within 100 miles of Philadelphia, you're above New York City, you're below Baltimore, you're past Harrisburg. There is an enormous amount of great production that goes on, of course, all through the state of New Jersey also, that is able to quickly and easily reach Philadelphia to see some of those sets. I think we'll be attracting some larger teams from some of the East Coast companies where their operators and teams can come, or their production teams can come and see what's happening. And of course, Pack Expo Las Vegas, September 28th to 30th. All of the Pack Expo shows can be located at packexpo.com. We use it as an entryway now, and then every show that we have has information about each show right there. Click it on and go to whichever show you're beginning to consider attending.
Great, Tom. Thanks so much for the information. Thanks for, as always, putting on a great show. It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
We still have a day and a half,
exactly,
so that's
right.
fine. But it's been really nice, and we've learned some great things out there too. So thanks for joining me, and thanks for doing this video too.
I appreciate the opportunity. It's always great to see the whole of the professional network of the packaging and processing professionals get together, talking to one another, trying to find a solution set that can help them. We're bringing that here. I'm glad you're part of it, Andy. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.